Now, many of you would be visiting polling booths in India's capital and other parts of the country on Saturday to cast your vote. Rahul Upadhyay tells you all about how polling booths are set up and the criteria for setting up a booth at a particular location.
And many of you must have visited to polling stations to cast your vote at your respective constituencies. But have you ever thought how these polling stations are get set up? What are the criteria and procedure behind this? We have tried to find out. Let's take a look.
Electioneering in India is a big and mammoth exercise. It involves advanced planning, execution of well-planned strategies to ensure free and fair elections. It begins with announcement of date for election. The process of setting up of polling stations follows certain norms and principles. The district election officer is assigned the responsibility to set up and publish the list of polling stations in their district. There are some principles on the basis of which polling stations are set up. These include ensuring that voters do not have to travel more than 2 km to cast their vote.
What we have done is on P-1 day, हम इनको dispatch कर रहे हैं. We are sending them to their polling locations. We have tell them which polling location each party will be going. So they are in the buses. They are taking their polling material along with EVMs. So sector officer will go along with them. They will set up their polling booth. They will stay there.
These principles, however, are not set in stone. Polling stations can even cater to less than 300 voters in case access is a problem. For example, in a rugged terrain. In cases where the number of electors exceeds 1500, auxiliary polling stations are set up, preferably in the same building. Polling station locations are chosen carefully, usually in a government or semi-government institutions. They try to avoid using private buildings unless it's absolutely necessary. Polling stations are equipped with adequate shade structures like tents, canopies or umbrellas, seating, cooling devices like fans, proper ventilation, drinking water and ORS.
At polling location, we have made all the arrangements for their night stay, for water and for heat wave for tomorrow. For even voters, we have made waiting shed, coolers are there. Then we have kept ORS. Then there are waiting areas. Then there is a medical room is there.
In addition to this, the ECI has also identified polling stations which are likely to face heat waves based on India Meteorological Department data.
These are some of the arrangements which Election Commission officials make for us. Amid all these efforts, voter participation play a major role to make an election success. And for this, we must have to understand the value of our vote and we should come out and cast our vote. With camera person Anil Thakur, this is Rahul Upadhyay from New Delhi for DDI India.
Let's now take you across to three of my colleagues in three different parts of the nation. In fact, four if I stand corrected there. The Bendu model joins us from Tomluk in West Bengal, Deepika Mahato from Azamgarh in Uttar Pradesh, Amritpal Singh from Panchkula in Haryana, and we also have Salman Haider joining us from Patna. Let me first go across to you, the Bendu. West Bengal's notorious culture of violence in politics has raised its ugly head again in this phase. What sort of an impact could it have on the polling on Saturday?
Very right. Even this time around, Bengal's the notorious violence culture during elections have come to the forefront once again. By and large, these elections were very peaceful. There was not much bloodshed or killing that happened in this particular elections, barring what we saw yesterday in this particular constituency where I'm standing. This is Tomluk and the violence took place just about 50 kilometers from where I'm currently standing, that is Nondigram. You remember Nondigram is also known for the violence that happened about 15-17 years back, which led to the fall of the left front government 34 years after it ruled Bengal. So of course, the election officials here, we have been told, are taking adequate measures. We are also being told that the villages that saw the violence last night and today morning are also are being patrolled by the paramilitary forces across the villages. There are paramilitary forces that are stationed in the villages. Apart from the local police administration, the district magistrate have also been visiting that place since yesterday. And we are being told that all adequate measures are being taken to ensure that free and fair polling do take place. But What we hear from the locals in Nondigram is that they are living in constant fear, and they are being told that they will not be allowed to go and cast vote. But the district administration have assured the villagers that yes, they will be allowed to go and cast their vote, and the district administration will make all adequate arrangements with the security personnel to ensure that they are able to go to the respective polling station and cast their vote. So of course, Gautam, having said this, the violence culture in West Bengal have once again shown its bloody face since day before yesterday night, when we saw that violence taking place and clashes happening between the ruling Trinamool Congress and the BJP here in Nondigram. And why Nondigram have been facing this is, of course, because of the fact that it's a hotly contested seat between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress.
Okay.
Remember, in the 2021 election, Mamata Banerjee was defeated from this particular Nondigram by the BJP's Shubhendu Adhikari, who is also the leader of opposition now.
Yes.
Shubhendu was an erstwhile confidant of Mamata Banerjee, but he switched over to the BJP and contested against the sitting chief minister from Nandigram. It is also the home turf of the Adhikari family. Shishir Adhikari had been a sitting MP from this Tomluk constituency, who is the father of Shubhendu Adhikari. So you can imagine the kind of hold that
yes,
the Adhikari
so
family
fairly
holds,
contentious, and which
in
is
this
why
particular
perhaps you're
constituency of
seeing an
Tomluk
added element of heat here, which is turned into violence. Let me bring in Deepika now. 14 seats, Deepika, in Uttar Pradesh at stake in this particular phase. How critical is this phase for both the BJP or NDA and its rivals?
Good evening, Gautam. Yes, it is a very important seat, a very hotly contested seat again, because this is Azamgarh, a very important seat from the point of view of BJP, because they really need to defeat Samajwadi Party here. Now, you would remember the candidate who is contesting from Samajwadi Party's side is a very close, it is rather a cousin of Akhilesh Yadav, who's been the former Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. So, Akhilesh Yadav was earlier contesting from these seats, but then he left it in 2020s, and now he has asked his close aide Dharmendra Yadav to contest from this seat. So this seat largely has been dominated by Samajwadi Party. And now what BJP is trying to do after 2019 election, because 2019 they again lost. They won the seat, they won this particular seat in the assembly elections, and now in 2024 they are once again trying to win this seat, because this is important to shun the violence here, to make progress here. The voters here are looking forward and expecting more sort of progress in terms of job opportunities, in terms of better facilities, in terms of better infrastructure. So this is what the key concerns of the people are, this which makes it even more interesting. And moreover, altogether, what BJP has been saying about this seat, that they want to shun the tag of terror from Azamgarh, Gautam.
Okay. So lots of things to consider for the voters there. Let's stay with the eastern part of the country and take in Salman Haider as well, joining us from Patna. 6 seats in this phase, Salman, and Bihar has seen polling take place in different seats in all the phases that have taken place earlier as well. So are voters glad in this phase that they're getting their chance to deliver their verdict now, or are they a little wary of how the election has been proceeding for so long?
See, Gautam, there was a small violence in Saran, and its after effect is also on the voters, and it will have political consequences also. But in this phase, there are 8 seats to take, and all 8 seats are with NDA, was with NDA during last election, 2019 elections.
Right.
And the opposition, mainly in the alliance, is trying to snatch some of the seats from the NDA alliance. But there are some stalwarts now being fielded by the NDA. One of those are candidate Radha Mohan Singh. As you know, he is a former union minister fighting from East Champaran, and he will become, if he becomes MP this time, it will be his 7th time right now. Similarly, Sanjay Jaiswal is a BJP candidate from West Champaran and is out to get his fourth win. Whereas Janardhan Sidhiwal is fighting, he is another BJP candidate and is out to score a hat trick. Similarly, Awadh Bihari Chaudhary is there, who had been Speaker to Vidhan Sabha last time, is fighting also from Siwan, and Vijay Lakshmi is there from NDA. So this phase is very interesting and could yield interesting results also.
Okay.
As you know, Shahabuddin was a notorious criminal here.
True.
His wife is also fighting election as an independent candidate from Siwan. So the fight is tough for each party, I mean opposition and the ruling party. Let's see what happens during the on the result day on 4th of June. Yes,
All right, Salman. Amrit, if I could now come to you in the West, the BJP holds all 10 seats in Haryana. Now, is a 10 out of 10 repeat performance on the cards, or will the Congress and its allies be able to loosen the BJP's iron grip over Haryana and, for that matter, even Delhi?
Well, that's the challenge for the BJP. For the BJP, they're trying to retain their grip on the state. They've been in power in the state for about 9.5 years now. In October, the state goes to polls. They had a clean sweep in the parliamentary elections the last time in 2019. For them, it is the challenge is to retain that. For the Congress, their main rival is the Congress. The Congress is fighting for its revival. After its drubbing in 2019 and poor performance even in state assembly elections, primarily due to factionalism within the Congress is trying to revive itself. So the battle really is between these two parties, though Congress is in alliance with the Aam Party as part of the India Alliance. The lone seat that the Aam Aadmi Party is contesting on is Kurukshetra, where Sushil Gupta is pitted of the AAP is pitted against Naveen Jindal of the BJP. But on the rest of the 9 seats, it is Congress which is contesting and against the BJP. And on some seats they do look like as of now on a strong position. For example, Sirsa is one seat where Shelja is pitted against a former congressman who was in fact Ashok Tamar, who was in fact the state president of the Congress for some time. It seems like a good contest. Bhupinder Hooda from their traditional seat, the son of former Chief Minister Bhupinder Singh Hooda from Rohtak, looks like in a strong position. The BJP also has its strong pockets. Gurgaon looks like a strong pocket. Manohar Lal Khattar is contesting from Karnal, former Chief Minister. Though the BJP tried to do a rejig to sort of do a social engineering to one, ward off the anti-incumbency of the past 10 years in the state, and secondly to do a social engineering in terms of caste. So it's primarily a contest between these two parties.
All right, let's see which way it goes, and we'll only know on the 4th of June. For the time being, thank you so much for joining us here, Dibendu, Deepika, Amrit as well as Salman. Thanks. Campaigning has been going on in full